So you would like to do some volume swells and you would not like to use a volume pedal. And the first question you might have is, why would you not want to use a volume pedal? And if you're a guitar player and maybe you just sing the occasional harmony or you don't really sing at all, the answer is that you probably would not want to do this. You would probably want to use a volume pedal. Reason being, if you're trying to do swells, the volume pedal is going to give you the most control and the most accurate representation of what your guitar tone actually sounds like. And it's not a big deal because you're probably tweaking stuff with your feet all the time anyway, and that's probably what you want to be doing. Plus, it's cheaper to buy a volume pedal than it is to buy a Pog 2. But if you want the octave effect anyway, and you are the front man of your group or the lead singer, or like me, you're a worship leader, then a volume pedal isn't really what you want to be doing, because you don't want to be controlling more stuff with your feet, especially not as constantly as you might have to with a volume pedal while singing at the same time. You kind of want your focus elsewhere. And after looking around at some other options for this type of thing, I've found the Pog 2 to be pretty handy to solve that problem by making it a lot easier to do some ambient stuff or some volume. I mean, that's presumably why you're doing a volume swell anyway, is for some swirly, cool atmospheric stuff. And that is what I use it for. So it's super easy to do with the Pog 2. Step one is going to be turn on the Pog. Imagine that. I have the volume here, the output set at unity, so it's basically the same tone as if it's on or off. Then you want to set the attack slider up to have a longer attack time, which basically creates the swell. Usually that just applies to the octaves, but if you hit this button once, then it will apply it to the dry signal as well. And so then all of a sudden you've got a wrong note. You've got a volume swell. You'll notice right away that it's a lot of times not exactly ideal because it imparts a sort of kind of dark, muted quality to it. It's just what the Pog does when it does its swells, and so it's not the exact same sound that you were getting into it, but I've found if you're doing ambient washy stuff, then it kind of tends to not matter, especially if you like darker ambience anyway, then it kind of adds its own cool characteristic, and I find you don't really notice it too much when you start adding effects to it. So that's that, and that's how you can make the effect, and then all you got to do is add either some reverb or some delay or something. We'll throw some reverb on in this case, and then you got some volume swells. Add in some delay. There you go. Volume swells without a volume pedal for ambience and the like. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see some more how-to videos or some gear demos. And other than that, bye-bye.